We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Hi, this is Lucy, and today I'm going to show you how to build a Borg Cube. You do not need catwalks for this build. However, if you want to build the ramps inside, you will need a flamer trap or a friend in PvP to destroy items. If this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. So other people have done Borg cubes before. I haven't found a tutorial, so these builds aren't as complicated as they look, but there are a few tricks that you need to know. The reason this has the glass up here is this is actually the artifact from Star Trek Picard. I love Star Trek. I have seen every Star Trek ever. I've always been a trekker. I inherited it from my mother, so I grew up watching Star Trek, yeah. So the artifact in Picard, if you haven't seen it, is an abandoned Borg cube, and there are bits of it that are broken and they are covered by shields. This helps a bit up here as well because this is where my workshop is, so yeah. So I will give you a quick tour. I'm on a custom world. I have got a rad storm on just to make it a bit greener, but I will show you in a minute what it looks like without. If you want to know where we are on the map, we are down in the ash heap. This is Welch. This is obviously the Big Digger, not far from Mineshaft Lane. We are here. For those, I still have the Grunge Punk Sky House, which is still one of my favourite builds. It's down here. I kind of started there and wandered around. So because it was so close to the edge, I did not put anything to connect this. If you walk off, you will just walk off. But I have found if you run, you can get across the gap. Obviously this will depend how close you get it to the edge. I didn't put a door in here. You could if you want. Because of that gap, I don't tend to get enemies in the camp. This is the kitchen. I had intended to build counters using the computer set, but you can only place 30 of these, and I had used all of them up. I just have a little kitchen in here so that I can actually use the camp. The counter is made from safes that I got from Nuka World events. Keep doing that. Right. This is sort of the ground floor. These are power armor display cases, and I've merged, or I think they actually just go in. These are the obviously tubes. Annoyingly, the game says I can place 5 of these, and it says I have placed 5 of these, but I only have 4 out, and I do not have one in my stored items, so yeah. This is an alien generator, and I have merged it does not radiate power, so I merged a radiating power generator into it. This is Raider Punk. I have almost completely merged his table into the computers. I did this by... You can't actually destroy his table. I lifted up the roof and I flamer trapped it. I put another roof underneath so I could put these computers on top. Removed the second roof, repaired this one, lowered it down, and this is what you get. So he's still a bit talky, we'll ignore him. I don't have huge amounts of alien stuff. I did get a set that had some white things in it, but I wasn't happy with the white. I wanted everything colored black and green. I was unhappy about this ramp. I originally used the Enclave roofs, but you cannot run up them. You have to kind of jump and jump and jump, and it just got annoying, especially as my workshop is at the top of the build. This is the Borg Queen's lair.
Gotta wonder who else is out there.
I merged the stasis chamber, which is a bed, into one of these power armor displays. Unfortunately, you can't have it so that your character is facing out. It seems to be whatever. Even if I turn it around, I'm always facing the other way. If you try and get into it from behind, it just, yeah, it's still, you're facing away and you're now half embedded into the thing. So, but it kind of works. This was my ammo storage box. I couldn't get it in the workshop, it wouldn't fit, so I sort of put it out here and tried to make it look like an alien console. So this is the workshop with most of the lighting for this. On the inside I used the mirror balls, the coloured ones. I used blue for the areas with shields or force fields in, and I used green in here. If you don't have these, they come from Graham. There are two easy ways to get them. Wait for Meat Week, go to Graham, who now has all of the Graham plans, didn't used to, and just server hop until you think you've got all of them, because he doesn't always have all of the plans on him. The other thing, if you have Fallout First, go onto a private server, go to Monongah Power Station, which is here, and this is where he starts his route around Appalachia. So you can usually, if you're quick, as soon as you log in, if you go there, you can catch him. So overall, I'm quite happy with it. I would have loved, you know, piles of cables and all sorts. We just don't have anything that I felt more appropriate, to be honest. So quickly before I start building, I wanted to show you what this looked like without the radstorm. It is surprisingly light in here. I mean, I do have some of these windows, but yeah, it is quite odd. I expected it to be much darker, but I thought I'd just show you so you'd sort of know what it looks like on a nice day. Right, now I will show you how I built it. Now, this is all going to be built using foundations, roofs and walls. Right, so I'm going to start with some foundations, and these are underpinnings. Obviously they won't be in the final build. And I'm starting here, down on this slope. Come out 2, and then 3. Now, because we are squaring the circle, you might find that you need to come out 2 or 3 to be able to get 4 foundations in here. If you are quite close to the edge, check that the wall will go on. If this wall will go green, you're fine. If it doesn't, then you might want to reposition your initial foundation. These are all just to place these. So this is the first row, and we're going to have 4x4 foundations. Right, now the first row of walls, I'm going to use a different colour just to show you. This row of walls is basically just support, and we will be removing this entire row. Go all the way round. Make sure that's the correct way. We have some internal walls. We have a wall here for the cutout where the entrance was. We have the kitchen, and further up we have the workshop, but you need to put all of these walls all the way up so that you can carry them on up. So we'll start with our enclave walls, and we'll just build the first level. Go all the way around. Here we don't have one here, we have it set back like that. I mean, obviously you don't need to do that, it's up to you. We will add the floors for the roofs for floors for the so just can cover this entire level with roofs. I will show you how I did the ramps. We're going to take these out temporarily and these walls. And oh, I got ghouls apparently. Going to place a top wall arch here, a half wall and a top wall arch. Now, I did not use the enclave roofs for these because at each intersection you have to jump, you can't run up it. So I used the asbestos roof. I'm not going to use it now, I'm going to swap to that because this roof will not go flat. So I'm going to use the green roof. Like so. I'm going to flatten it out, remove the top wall arch and the half wall, flatten it out, remove the top wall arch. Right, unfortunately to get the roofs in underneath you are going to have to flamer trap these. Or if you have a friend, get in PvP, they can destroy them. Or if you don't want to bother with this, you can, if you have catwalks, use a free place staircase instead. Right. Don't want to do that with the generator on it. It will destroy the generator. Can now replace the enclave roofs underneath. Repair this. Actually, before you repair it, put the walls back on. Sometimes it can be a bit funny about it. And we need the kitchen, which is here and here, like so. And I forgot, actually, there are two walls here. I do not have, this is an example, do not have a wall underneath here. So we need to put a wall in. I'll just use that one. There we go. And then we have the hallway. So we have the hallway and the kitchen. You can go around and add roofs. For this level, I just put this walkway around. Obviously, if you want to fill it in and have another room, that is fine. And we will be putting exactly the same. We will be putting another ramp in here. Because I left these flamer trapped, these will go on over the top. And hopefully we will get walls on. Doesn't want to go on that one. This is what I meant earlier. We might have to flamer trap that one. Yeah, we're going to have to flamer trap that roof. If you can hear any barking, it's my neighbour's dog, because it's Friday. That means bin men are here, or refuse collection, whatever you call it in America. And we will just go around. And put walls on, although it's apparently having a problem with this. If you have a problem, just try and lift up the wall and the roof and it should go on. Right. You need more roof floors. We have the workshop here, but because I did not carry these on below, we need to just make sure that there are walls here. We can take them out at the end, and there we have our workshop. Up here, we'll just carry that on. Like so. I did make this section 2 stories high so that the whole build ends up being 4 stories high. I did use a half wall. I can't remember which way around I did it. Whether it went on the right or the left. I think it was the left. And then I filled on the rest with glass. We need another wall on the end. I think this is right. Like so. And we need roofs on the top. So just fill in the entire top with roofs. So we're pretty much at the point now where we just have to tidy up and decorate. So what I'm going to do is, I need a couple more walls up here. Like so. And we need to remove the excess walls underneath. So these are to support the walls above. We can just take these out. This is the ground floor. We have the kitchen and the hall. We do not need these because we have this kind of recessed entrance. We can repair these. I build all my camps in Adventure and I rebuild them in Custom. So yes, it's free, but it means that I do not have to pay twice, as it were. And also it means that my original camp on Adventure is completely finished and decorated. So I don't have to rip my camp down and start all over again. I'm going to show you the difference with the ramps, why I made the decision to use these. I'm slightly further away. You could put another roof on if you want, or you could just jump. Right, as you can see, I can run up there without a problem. With the enclave roofs, you have to... Oh, actually, did it go? Get up that one, can't get up that one. So yeah, that's why I decided to change the roofs up. I hate the fact that they don't quite match, but I decided practicality over aesthetics in this case, especially because the workshop is at the top of the camp. It's obviously the place that you'll be coming back to. Right, we need to take these roofs off, walls off. Because all the walls above are doorways, these should just come off. So go around and take all of the bottom ones off. If you get confused, it is easier just to make these in a different set so you're not confused about which walls you're taking off. All of these are coming off. If you ever have a problem taking a wall off, lift up the roof above it, because sometimes that can cause them to stick. Right, so this one is now supporting this whole structure. So we will raise the roof. It'll come off. We can lower the roof back down. And now it is completely floating. Remove your foundations. One quick thing before I remove all of them. If for some reason you want to double wall this or double wall part of it, obviously... Ooh, glitch. Obviously double wall underneath. So, for example, use a catwalk. If you don't have catwalks, there is a very easy double wall using a door. I'll put a link to the video down below. If, for example, you want to either double wall because you want to use wallpaper, don't use that wall. Use a barn wall. Any building, complicated building like stuff like this, I always use the barn wall because it just seems to work. And then remove the catwalk, put the inside wall on. You've now got a double wall. And it means you can double wall all of the walls above this. So, for example, if you wanted to maybe put something like this on. It's not going. Why are you not going on? I think these walls are a bit thick, so if you want to double wall, barn, there we go, and then turn it back to an enclave wall, which is a pain, but yeah, it kind of works. Just if you want to add more texture. Or when I first started thinking about this build, I actually had intended to use this wallpaper. It's very blue. I did try various lighting tricks to make it greener, but there is a limit on how many lights you can put up, so it kind of got complicated quickly and I decided to use this set instead. But it's up to you. Right, we won't be able to take that off for the inner one because everything's supporting it. It's supporting everything even. Raise the roof. No. Raise the roof to a slanted position. It still won't come off. It's because that's not a doorway. There we go. Get there in the end. I make mistakes, so you don't have to. You just want to go around and change all of these to flat walls. You're going to want windows in some of them. I'll show you. I'm just going to change them to plain ones for now, I think. I'll show you on one side what I did with the windows. There are two types of windows in this set. There is sort of an open one, that one, and there is a closed one, which is that one. So in theory no light gets through it. What I decided to do was use these neon lights, obviously in green, and you probably didn't notice, but it's just me being a bit OCD. What I did was, on the ones that were closed, I put the lights on the left and the bottom, I think, L for left. And on the right, on the ones that are open, I put them on the right and the top. So it kind of was code for what was what. And it does help give the outside a green glow. I mean, obviously it's quite light now. So I think I put about 4 or 5 windows on each side. Obviously, again, lights, budget, can be a bit of a pain. I think you can have 50 lights, which sounds like a lot until you try and build a camp like this. Up here, to get the sort of blue glow, to make it look like a shield, I used the blue mirror ball. I think I put it up here. I don't have any power. Yeah, I used this generator and I merged one of these into it, which was a bit of a pain. I did it on a doormat. And we'll move this a bit. It's probably why my lights outside weren't lighting up. So you got kind of a blue glow up there, and these obviously light up more now they're lit. I don't think there is anything else. I mean, obviously, change all these to walls and plain walls and windows. The one thing I will tell you, and I will show you, because you may not believe this. Once you are absolutely finished with your build, remove all of the foundations. But if you decide that you want to add something else to your build, you will notice that all of these walls are they have a no entry sign, and the reason is to build any structures you have to have a foundation in your camp. It doesn't need to be attached to anything. So now all the walls are placeable. They're not showing as no entry. So be aware of that if you remove your last foundation. So obviously it's just a giant cube. If you want to build a different kind of giant cube, then have at it. You could build a Rubik's Cube, you could build... Oh, there was a horror movie once with a cube. Can't remember what it was called. Oh, sugar. Something is shooting me. Where's my turret? Right. Sitting over here, just, you know, hanging out. It's been one of those days today, isn't it? Right. I hope that all made sense. I hope you have fun with this. Obviously, you can build any kind of floating camp using this method. And it's easy to do, even if you're quite low level. So, I'm going to make Scarlet look a bit more normal now. I hope you like the build. I hope you have fun with it. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.